What's up, guys? Miticus here, the coach of the Boston Beedrills, bringing you Week 1, Season 3 of the APA. This is going to be my team builder for my match against the Nashville Infernapes, coached by Cloud Nimbus, who is a returning coach from the previous 2 seasons. Feeling kind of nervous about this matchup, just because I didn't have a lot of time to prep, or more so, I procrastinated and therefore did not have a lot of time to prep. But, I think I'm going to do okay. May not come out with a win, which I would love to do for the first battle of the first week, but we're going to go in there strong, and I think we can. I think we can pull out a win. I don't think it's out of the possibility by any means. As you can see on the layout, I'm currently predicting him to bring in Victini, Salamence, his Electros, Azumarill, Nidoking, and Mega Diancie. Um, he also has a choice of bringing in a Wish Passing, Vaporeon, Miltank. I don't really think Miltank makes too much sense, um, but I didn't do a lot of research into them, so there could be some kind of set there that would make sense for my team. I just didn't do a lot of research into Miltank. Virizion, which I don't know, with Gourgeist and Togekiss, he is fighting type. I do have quite a few steel types on my team, so Virizion, I mean, could make sense. I just don't know much about Virizion either. I probably should have did a little bit more research, but I didn't. Um, so it's too late now. The match is happening in less than an hour and a half. Then we have Ditto. Ditto is pretty interesting. I could actually see Ditto coming, maybe in place of the Azumarill. Um, or maybe the Salamence, just because I do have Togekiss and do have some uh, Pokemon that can run Ice type moves. So maybe that's a possibility. And then Spiritomb, again, I don't know a lot about Spiritomb, and I'm really hoping he just doesn't bring them because I don't know a lot about him. I'd rather me stay a lot more comfortable. And I am comfortable with the people that I have on my screen, which maybe I'm making myself feel better, and that's why I put them on the layout. Anyway, let's jump over to my team. We'll start out with Whirlpool, the Rotom Wash. I'm running Rotom with choice specs this week with Hidden Power Ice for that Salamence, Hydro Pump for that Victini, Volt Switch just to get some momentum going. Volt Switch can also hit that Azumarill or Vaporeon if he brings that. And then Thunderbolt again for Azumarill and Vaporeon. And I can hit other things as well. Pretty hard with that Thunderbolt. Obviously, I want to watch out for that Nidoking on the Volt Switches and the Thunderbolts. And I'm running with choice specs, and I just think choice specs made the most sense this week. Now, my second Pokemon I'm bringing is actually kind of interesting. Um, it's actually going to be a Scope Lens Super Luck Togekiss. Now, I did a little bit of research into this just to make sure that the Scope Lens and the Super Luck would give me that extra boost on the critical hit ratio. And it looks like it does. I couldn't get 100% confirmation, so I could just be doing this and it not pay off in any way, shape, or form. But I'm really hoping that it does. I'm running Dazzling Gleam, Air Slash, Roost, and Tri Attack. Uh, and I believe I'm running most of my investment, into my special attack and my HP, just to be able to take some more hits to Roost up, just to hopefully be able to get some crits going. I would love for Togekiss to pick up some kills here. Togekiss was my first round draft. I think it went number 5 overall. So I'm really excited about that. I'm running the Modest Nature just so I can hit even harder. Um, I'm really excited about the Scope Lens Super Luck combo if in fact it does give me that increased critical hit ratio. So let's move on to Insectobot, the Scizor. Uh, so I have to bring Scizor with Bullet Punch because of the Azumarill. The Azumarill, if it belly drums, it's going to be such a huge issue for me. I played Cloud early last season, first or second game, and the Azumarill belly drummed on me, and just swept my team. It was awful. He ended up actually winning 1-0 just because I had a very, very lucky freeze on the Azumarill. I don't remember what it was from, but I froze him and I kind of came back a little bit, but it just wasn't enough at that point because the Azumarill just demolished me. So I had to bring the Bullet Punch, and plus it's just such a great priority move with Scizor, having that stab technician boost. Then I brought U-Turn just to give myself some priority. Um, Roost and Swords Dance. His team has a lot of power, so I'm not exactly sure how reasonable it is for me to assume that I'm going to be able to Swords Dance. But it's there uh, in case I do get out in front of that, maybe that Mega Diancie, um, or maybe even that Nidoking. I mean, that Nidoking doesn't do a ton to my Mega Scizor, so we'll have to see how that goes. Definitely pretty excited about Mega Scizor this season, though. Pairing him with, as you'll see, Heatran with Flash Fire, I think it just makes Scizor even more threatening than he typically is. Then we have Spookly the Sableye. I didn't really know what I wanted to do with Sableye. I just knew I wanted to use them. So I have Will-O-Wisp on them, and I'm going to have to be really careful about that Will-O-Wisp because that Mega Diancie is going to be bouncing all that back to me, which is kind of terrifying, just to be honest. But with that Prankster Will-O-Wisp, that's going to be really nice if I can get rid of that Diancie, or maybe feel comfortable enough, clicking Will-O-Wisp and hoping that Diancie doesn't come in. Then we have that Prankster Recover as well, and then we have Knockoff and Foul Play. Hopefully just to knock off a few items and hit maybe that Nidoking pretty hard with Foul Play. I'm not 100% set on this moveset. I just don't know if it capitalizes Sableye as much as I want it to. We are running him with full investment in HP and full investment in special defense, meaning that I believe, let me just check this real quick, that does give me 3 special tanks, and only, well, no, then I'll have 2 defensive tanks as well with Rotom Wash and with King Boo, my Super Gorgeist. So let's look at Gorgeist real quick here. Full investment in defense, full investment in HP. He's going to be able to take a lot of hits, and he's going to be able to hit that Nidoking very hard. I think he can take some Sludge Waves or Sludge Bombs or whatever that variant is that he uses. It's going to do a lot of damage, but I think if I can Will-O-Wisp him, then obviously whatever he's sending my way is going to do a lot less. I can synthesis up, I can start leech seeding, start wearing them down. I'll stall them out if I have to. That's definitely Gorgeist's specialty, is the stall for sure. So we're running, actually I need to change, no, Frisk is right. So Frisk and leftovers. The C-Bomb, in case he brings the Azumarill or the Vaporeon, the C-Bomb is going to be hitting them pretty hard. And then, like I said, along with the Leech Seed, just giving me a little bit of health back, taking a little bit of health from them, wearing them down. That's going to be nice. And then we have Krakatoa. Krakatoa, I'm running with Life Orb. Typically, I run Krakatoa with a Air Balloon, because at that point he only has the fighting weakness, I believe. But with Nidoking being the only real threat on ground attacks, the only big threat on ground attacks, I decided to go with Life Orb just so I can hit some things especially hard. Now with that Lava Plume, I'm running Lava Plume because, again, I am kind of scared to start passing those Will-O-Wisp with Spookly and King Boo, the Gorgeist. So I thought, well, instead of doing the status moves, maybe I'll use Lava Plume, and maybe I can get some burns like that. It's like a 30% chance. And then we have Flash Cannon for that Azumarill, which I think it actually only hits neutrally. So I have to kind of maybe tinker with that and have another strategy there. But flash cannon for that Yancey, that'll hit him pretty hard. Stealth rocks, that way I can get some entry hazards up. It's gonna really hurt that Salamence, help me take it down. Um, Definitely gonna hit that Victini really hard as well, which is really, really nice. I do not want to mess with that Victini. Those V crates are gonna be hurting so much. And then we have Earth Power. Um, Earth Power, I mean, I can hit the Nidoking with it. I can hit the Victini with it. It's gonna hurt both of them. Um, it doesn't do too much besides that though, because two of his Pokemon that I'm predicting him to bring are immune to it. So that's an iffy choice for a move there. But I'm gonna bring it anyway because honestly, Heatran doesn't have uh, much more of a move pool. But I do think it could be in use with Victini, with Nidoking. So we're definitely going to bring it. And hopefully I can get some Flash Fire boost from luring in like a V-Create from Victini on my Scizor. So that's the hopes, and I can just shoot back a Lava Plume and really, really hurt something. So that is my team builder. It's really my first in-depth team builder that I've done. So I am going to work on it. I'm going to try to work on how I'm doing it. As you can see on the layout, I decided not to go with Swellow. I decided not to go with Lucario, Wobbuffet, Jargogy, and Diggersby. Now I really wanted to go with Scarf Diggersby with Knockoff and Ice Punch, Earthquake, and something else, probably Return. But with his team, they hit so hard. So I just knew that Diggersby, he didn't have a lot of viability in this match. It could be a mistake, but I'm going to go with my gut, and I'm going to leave him on the bench this week. Wobbuffet, I'm not bringing just because I'm not 100% comfortable with Wobbuffet. I haven't really had a lot of time to kind of get comfortable with him. Dragogy, I don't really think does too much. I mean, he has poison. There's two fairies on the other side of the field. But again, he's also dragon, so it kind of hurts me. It can go the way. Lucario, thought about bringing Lucario. I just didn't know who to replace him with. And then if I didn't replace him with Scizor or Heatran, then I have 3 Steel types on my team. And Swallow, I just don't think he's going to hit really hard. But this week, I just don't think he has a niche. So guys, that's my team builder. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it gives you a little insight into what I'm bringing this week. The match is going to be in about an hour and a half. I'm going to look over my team just to make sure everything is spot on. I don't want to get in there and realize my EVs are off or something like that and lose the match because of that. So, guys, if you enjoyed the team builder, like the video in the description below. And I'll see y'all guys later.